Hello, Jessica Eurowix here, back with another video, and today I'm going to be doing a very special video. As you can see right there, I got the two Simpsons minifigures from eBay, or at least the heads. Those two are custom bodies, but we got the head for Homer Simpson and Ned Flanders. So that's very nice. I paid $35 for it. I'm not going to be shying away from the price I paid for it, and I'm happy to have paid that because first thing, they haven't appeared on eBay since, and second thing, I genuinely love these heads. I grew up on The Simpsons. I think I've mentioned it before. Of course I did. Like in the Q&A video, I went on and on talking about it. And I just love The Simpsons. It's probably my favorite TV show of all time. And I think I love, of course, like a lot of people say, oh, season 10 and under. I can probably say season 1 through 12 are really good. Or even season 1 isn't the best season. And season 2 is pretty good for the most part, but like season 3, season 4, season 5, season 6, season 7, and season 8 is like my favorite. I believe season 9 has a few good episodes, season 10, season 11, and season 12 has like, I think it's half and half, so it's kind of like that. And then the newer ones, I did check out a few more recently, because last time I saw them was back in 2009 up to season 20, I believe. So I believe that's the year of season 20, and I kind of watched them because I was just a huge Simpsons fan back then. They weren't the best. I mean, they had their moments, but like they were kind of a little bit boring. But the ones I have seen recently, I saw a couple episodes, and they're not that bad. Probably better than like season 19 and 20, which I thought were really weak. And those are some of the ones that I saw right like when they were released and stuff like that, right when they were first airing. So anyways, I'm going to be taking a look. I'll show you a close-up on these minifigure heads because that's all it is. Like I said, the minifigure torsos are custom. I put this little torso right here, which is quite common nowadays. I remember back in 2010, when this little torso first came out, I knew I had to get it because I wanted to make Ned Flanders back then. And the head I used, I actually literally brought the Neptune's carrier set just to get a head that looks like Ned Flanders' head because it has glasses and it has a little mustache. And it's not the best fitting head for him. And ever since then, I really wanted to make him, but the problem was that I didn't have the right hair for him. And so I never really got to make him. I'm so glad that they have these molded heads because, to be honest, I think these are the best they could have done, even better than what they could have done with minifigure heads. Maybe not with, I think Ned Flanders, they probably could have pulled off with a minifigure head, even though I think this would still look better. I don't think they could have pulled Homer, and I'll go into that later on how they can't really pull off Homer with a minifigure head. But I'm going to be doing some comparisons, close-ups on these like right after this because that's like the next segment I want to do. Some info and just my thoughts on like some of the rumors we got and stuff like that. So yeah, let's get straight into the close-ups. Let's start out with Homer. So the first minifigure is Homer Simpson, and of course, like I said, the torso and the legs are not the official torso and legs you'll be getting once you get this minifigure in May 2014. But who doesn't love Homer? Or at least, who doesn't love The Simpsons and doesn't love Homer? Because a lot of people do not like The Simpsons, as I've seen on the internet, just reading all of these complaints about LEGO Simpsons. It's just getting redundant right now. But he's so quotable. Do you remember, to start, press any key. Where's any key? Some of my favorite episodes are like Homer-centric episodes. Homer's Enemy, even though that's also one about Frank Grimes, which is just an excellent character. And that's just a really kind of dark episode, and I definitely recommend checking that one out. Itchy, Scratchy, and Poochie, where Homer voices a new character, Poochie, and then I don't want to spoil the ending, but it's hilarious. Deep Space Homer, where Homer goes into space. So I think this particular version of Homer is going to be coming in the Simpsons house set. The reason I think of that is because you can see his eyes have some variation, not any molding variation, and collectible minifigures never leak on eBay. And so that's one reason why I think it's going to be in there. Second reason, I think it's cool that they could do variation. One could have this type of eyes, and then the collectible minifigures, since they're more wide release, they have to have the recognizable look with just regular eyes. So yeah, that is pretty interesting. I want to see how the Simpsons house set looks. I have not seen how it looks at all. And I'm very curious to see if they include this version in it, because that's what it looks like it's going to be. Like, all fingers point to that. So you can see he does have some very nice side printing. And these figures are official. The reason I won't show the inside of Homer's headpiece is because you cannot see the LEGO logo in there. You have to literally shine all this light into it. And I was not able to take a picture like I was with Ned Flanders. So you can see the back right there. and this side over here. Very, very nice molded figure. In the top even has those little lines right there for his top hair. And the only part is that these aren't raised, and I understand why. It looks a little bit weird once you look like that because you don't entirely see it, but it's nice that they did put that part even though they couldn't raise it. So it's still just an excellent minifigure, and you'll see the size comparison to some other figures later. And I love the detail on the eyes and everything. You can see there's a little bulge for the eyes, and then there's a whole outer bulge like that. Very, very detailed minifigures on the molding and the printing. One interesting thing is you can't see this right here, but this eye is missing some printing right there around the nose a little bit. And I think that's intentional. I don't think that's a production error on my figure, because first thing, I've seen it on other figures for him, and also it makes sense because you cannot spot it, and it makes the nose a little bit easier to make, I'm guessing, because it doesn't get paint on the nose. So that's really cool. Nice little touch right there. I didn't put the torso that a lot of people, I think I've seen, like, people make customs of Homer, and they put this certain torso, which kind of has his little collar, but it has this little pocket right there. I didn't put that because I do not have that torso. I believe it's a 90s torso, and I don't have any of that. And for his legs, I just put some basic blue pants, or light blue pants, whatever. You guys know I am not good with colors. I'm guessing in the collectible minifigure line, he will come with a donut, and maybe in the Simpsons set, he'll probably come with a donut too. So yeah, that is it for Homer, and now let's take a look at Ned Flanders. Hens love roosters, geese love ganders, everyone else loves Ned Flanders. Not me. Everyone who counts loves Ned Flanders. Yeah, Ned is probably one of my favorite characters of The Simpsons. I loved him ever since I was little, and I still love him because he's just absolutely hilarious. I'm so glad that they included him in here, and I didn't think they would at first because, you know, he's kind of a really religious guy, and that's the joke about him nowadays. But, you know, they included him, and I'm guessing he is going to be exclusive to the house set. I don't think he'll be in the minifigure line. The only thing against that is that they never make special molds for direct-to-consumer sets. But, you know, I don't know, maybe Fox really wanted to make this set, so they paid LEGO to make a new mold just for the direct-to-consumer set. So he's just an absolutely fantastic minifigure, maybe even better than Homer. And his mustache looks really good. It's a different material than the rest of his face. And the detail on the side of his glasses, thanks for Be Kind to Rewind for pointing that out, you could see there's just a line right there, right, for his glasses handle. And then there's a little tiny part you gotta see really closely, and it's a part for his lens. So that's just an absolutely great detail that they went that little stretch to make it look like his lens are popping out a little bit. Also, you can see the back. He has this part right here, which is a little bit noticeable, but I understand why they made that, because that, I guess that makes the molding easy, or it makes the molding possible. And you can see the side right there. You can see he has a little grin under his face, so he is smiling. And yeah, just an absolutely fantastic minifigure. Here is the top of his head. Very nice detail right there with his little, I guess, I don't know, is it a widow's peak? I'm not entirely sure about that. And I will show you right now. So here's a picture I took. I put it on Flickr, but here you can see that it is an official LEGO piece. There's a LEGO logo inside, the numbers, and everything for the molding stuff. And so yes, this is official. So people who say, oh, this is fake, these two are official. And the same is with Homer. Sadly, I couldn't take a picture of Homer's inside because it's extremely hard to take, and even Ned's was pretty hard to take too. But yeah, you can see it is official LEGO. So the torso and the legs, just like Homer, aren't the official torso and legs that you'll see on the minifigures once they come out in May or April, whichever one, because it's the Simpsons house set in April, and I think he's going to come in there, and then in the collectible minifigure line in May. And like I said, I don't think Ned is going to come in the collectible minifigure line because I don't know, I don't think he appeals that much towards kids, and the Simpsons house set is recommended for ages 12 and up, and the collectible minifigure line is recommended for ages 5 and up. But then again, they have people like Mo in there. I don't think Mo is the most popular with kids. So yeah, I absolutely love this minifigure. Fun fact, if you put them both side to side, Homer's nose is just a little bit bigger than Ned's on the mold. It's not, I never noticed that in the show, but I guess it is accurate to the show. And so yeah, that's really cool. And now onto some comparisons with some other molded minifigure heads and regular minifigure heads. Okay, so here are my lineup of like molded heads and regular heads and stuff like that. You can see probably the biggest is Woody because of his hat from the Toy Story line, and then the smallest is kind of Buzz because he has that slender face, and those two were accurate to the movies. And you can see these are pretty big, and a lot of people are complaining that they are big and they look kind of weird because they're just about the size of the torso. And I could see how that looks weird, but hey, that's really accurate to the show. I mean, in the show they have really big heads and they're not exactly the same size as their torso, but they're pretty much close to it. I think once the official torsos come out and everything and accessories and we get some official pics, I think that a lot of people will start to like this a lot more, because that will probably make it look a lot more official, a lot more like the show. But for now, they may look a little bit odd on other torsos. And you could see a lot of people said that they wanted to put that little hairpiece without, you know, any sides or whatever. Just use this kind of bold cap without the molded sides, but like with some printing. I don't know. I don't think that would work because you can see his face would be really small and it would just look kind of weird. So if you compare the 2006 Squidward from SpongeBob and the 2009 Squidward head from SpongeBob, you could see the 2006 one looks really weird because he has his nose on there and it just looks all squished together. And that's kind of why I feel like these were very necessary, because it would kind of look like that, because you have to include the nose to make it look all perfect, and then it would look like it's all squished together because they do have really odd looking heads. So that's why, another reason why I think it wouldn't work if they had it all in that one head. And you can see, I love the 2009 Squidward figure. And of course, if people said, oh, they should have molded the heads a little bit smaller, they could have molded it like this. I know people didn't want it that small, but I don't know. It's just, it looks kind of perfect right now. I think they got it right at the right scale or right size or whatever. I'm very curious to see when the official minifigures come out, how they'll look and everything like that. And the possibilities for this theme, I mean, they could take it anywhere. If these sell, which I really do hope they do, because I would just buy the crud out of all of these sets and everything, and maybe even buy multiples. They can make sets like that rumored list, which had like Bart's skate trick, I believe, Lisa's sack performance, Homer at the control panel. It would be really cool to get a nuclear power plant. It's the Krusty Burger, Android's Dungeon. What else? There's Andrew's Dungeon, Krusty Burger. I doubt they would make Moe's. Moe's would be awesome, but they would never make that because it's kind of a beer place. But then again, we are getting a Moe figure, so that's kind of funny. And hopes for the collectible minifigure line. I really do hope, and I already know that we have Chief Wiggum confirmed, Apu confirmed, Scratchy and Itchy confirmed, and Moe confirmed, and along with Bart, Homer, Marge, and Lisa. We do not have Maggie confirmed, and of course I think Ned, it isn't confirmed that he's coming in the collectible minifigure line. He might come in the house set, which makes a lot of sense because of the reasons I stated earlier. So there's just endless possibilities with the minifigure line and the house set and stuff like that. And I know a lot of people complaining that minifigures is going to turn into a license theme, or they're not going to have traditional based series anymore. Well, first thing, this isn't going to be called Series 13, I believe, because in the retail catalog it was called Series S. And we could see with the LEGO Movie packaging, the box packaging for those little figures, those aren't called Series 12. And I know it's kind of sad that LEGO isn't probably going to be making any more minifigure-like series that are traditional for a while. But, I mean, I've been kind of getting tired of all the traditional minifigure series. I didn't even get to collect Series 9, Series 8. I'm missing a few from Series 7. It did get really good with Series 11, but Series 10 kind of was bad. And you'll see my thoughts on Series 12 hopefully soon. I just haven't had a lot of time recently. But I'm glad that they're taking a little bit different steps and stuff like that. Maybe having one traditional series a year or something like that, or two, but one is based off of like a regular LEGO theme, like LEGO City minifigures, even though that would be kind of a bad idea. And then one based off of a licensed theme, and then one just Series 14 or whatever. They're also making one for the LEGO Minifigures MMORPG. Who knows if that will be called Series 12, because obviously the movie series, the box came out and it doesn't say Series 12 on it. So I'm very curious how they're going to do that and everything. But, I mean, I don't mind that they're making the 13th minifigure series, The Simpsons. I'm kind of, you know, I just want to get a little break from the regular traditional minifigure series, because we keep on getting some of the same minifigures. Even though, like I said, I really loved Series 11. It's probably one of my favorite minifigure series. Series 10 was a huge disappointment while I look at it in hindsight, and Series 9 was kind of eh. But yeah, that's kind of my video, my long thoughts on these little minifigure heads and what I think about the Simpsons LEGO theme and whatever. I hope we do get news soon. This is like my most hyped theme of 2014. Probably going to be my favorite because the movie line does not look good to me, and you'll probably hear my thoughts on that soon. I don't know. Also, the princess line is kind of, I mean, it's not perfect. And those are kind of my two most hyped lines. Along goes the Hero Factory 2014 line. I get why people love it because it's basically traditional Hero Factory, but I was expecting it to be more minifigure based. But I understand why. At the end of the day, it is a construction theme. And I understand why LEGO's doing that. It's just what I hoped for. You know, it wasn't what I hoped for. But I understand it. And that's really it. The city police sets are actually pretty decent. I actually like them. What else is there? The creator sets, I only like I guess the monkey and the cat, but I really do love the mountain lodge and stuff like that. So yeah, Simpsons minifigures, Simpsons house set, all these are just some of my most hyped stuff for LEGO in 2014. And of course the Simpsons TV episode, I think that's going to be really fun. So that's it for now, and I'll see you guys later. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Check the link in the description. I have some Flickr photos of these minifigures and like close-ups. So if this video quality wasn't the best, you can just check those out in the description because, you know, my video camera isn't the best video camera. But that is all for today, and I hope you guys have a wonderful day and a wonderful week. Bye.